I've set my needle jet back to 0 or on the 3rd position at a 5. So it's 2 down from the top, 2 down, 2 up from the front, I mean the needle, which will give me the standard position the carburetor was in when it was sold to me. Now you ask, why do I do this? Well, because the exhaust is different. It's brand new. The cylinder is different. It's brand new. Piston is different. It's brand new. I want to keep the bike as stock as I can in order to see if it'll run well and then adjust it. If you adjust a high performance clutch, high performance carburetor, high performance intake, high performance cylinder, high performance coil, high performance bike, and it doesn't quite run well, then you don't know, well, which one of them is fucking up. You don't know. So I'm just giving a bit of common advice here, and I've had well, let's just say that I'm in a talkative mood, and it's all free, so why not? So it's a 30 millimeter, and I usually run a 28, but I'm running a 30. And we have to consider the, as talking from a teacher to a student, is the theory of horsepower. The theory of horsepower is very simple. The more air and fuel that you can force or that goes through your carburetor, intake, and engine and out your exhaust will give you more horsepower. Hence, this engine will create more horsepower than your stock 50cc engine. But you have to build your engine in accordance to all those parts. Your bike is only as good as your weakest link. You can't put a huge carburetor like this one onto a little tiny intake, stock one, which this is not, but you can't because this will become the bottleneck. Or you can't put a large carburetor on a big intake with a little cylinder. You have to try and keep everything even. Basically, we're creating, through the theory of horsepower, a bigger engine that creates more horsepower. Does that make sense? For instance, this is the bike I bought to run against the deal, and it's a really nice bike. It's a 600RR CBR, okay? It is a 2010 model, and it has so let me get this camera right, 3357 miles, and if you hit a button here, you might go to kilometers. Maybe. Trip A, trip B, total. Fuck, I can't figure this bullshit out. Anyway, this engine right here is 4-cylinder. It puts out 600 cc's, or actually, it puts out probably 590, 598 cc's. Close enough. But the theory of horsepower holds true. The bigger the engine, the more air, the more fuel you can put through it, the more horsepower you'll create. Therefore, an H2 Kawasaki, which I could buy if I had 50 grand, it's supercharged, puts more air and fuel through their bike, creating more horsepower. This one, I think it's 128 horsepower, I think. And the top speed is, well, the top speed is 160 miles an hour. Now this bike here, a 2010, the fastest CBR that was officially made was about, I believe, a 2008 or 2009, before they detuned them for all this global warming bullshit laws. So my battery's going dead, and we'll continue.